Hi guys, I've just got a bit of a cut from our Friday night on the 22nd. We had Vladimir on from Wealth of Nations, also co-founder of Frakt, talking about his game. I believe it was, trying to work out the time in my small little brain, it was about 6 hours before mint. So they've gone to mint today. I haven't seen the results of that. I did mint my one post for zero point 0.2. There is a lot of content and stuff in here to be able to watch. Hope you guys enjoy the night. And as always, we're here every single week asking big questions, seeing a bit of alpha, trying to get the gossip, all that kind of stuff. But thank you, Mother, for the rabbits. Welcome, welcome.
Hey everybody.
So
How you going, mate?
we've just invited Vedamir Efanov to stage, and this was a really interesting one for me. I know it is half past, so we've gone our hour. No Barndog stage for this has hit 1 hour, and I knew that would be the case. But on Sunday, I woke up to a tweet: Barndog, please review our game. So I've got the links on the live questions for Wealth of Nations. Please go and have a look. Some of the graphics are amazing. The game talks to me. Um, can you introduce yourself a little bit, Vedamir? Because you've got a really busy night, and I know are we 3 hours off your mint, your early, your pre-mint?
Yes. Hello everybody. My name is Vedamir Efanov. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Wealth of Nations, and I'm also co-founder of Frakt. By the way, I really liked the previous guest, DFA Academy. It relates with me a lot. I remember how I was playing the football in dirt in Russia without any gears in some very small teams without any funding. So uh, I'm uh, I'm really glad that such projects exist that support children through blockchain charity products. And also, by the way, like to start the story of this game, I was always wondering why there are some countries that are very poor and there's some countries that are very prosperous. Why there is no one recipe for any country how to succeed? And uh, so that's why we were studying a lot of political ideologies, economics concepts, and thinking what could be this recipe. Uh, because there can be a lot of money put in charity, but if the country is corrupt, then they'll go waste. They'll go waste. So to solve the key problem, we need to change the minds of people. And in this game, uh, we've created this game with these thoughts in mind, and so we can have a metaverse where people can rule their country, and they'll see which decisions work, which policies work, and which don't work. And we even had, when we were testing the MVP, we even had a Russian deputy who was playing our game, and he's a big fan of it. So, and when he was doing his election campaign, he used the same experience uh, to form his political program, and as he got in this game, that's like very exciting. Uh, our grand purpose is to have the real economics with all real mechanics, and so people can get fun, get fun playing it, earn money with the game assets and game currency for their talents and efforts, and also the to maybe they will start questioning their politics afterwards. So yeah, this is the real-time strategy, Wealth of Nations.
So are you the economist that's been studying for 8 years? I keep seeing that there's you've got the 8 years of research into it, and that's yourself, is it, Vladimir?
It's not me actually. I'm a little second man here. We have an economy scientist in the team. He's writing a book. He's published many articles in on Russian audience, and he was developing this game with my another co-founder. He's a game dev. He was basically coding this game, and they were working together. And it all started as a hobby project of an economic scientist and the game developer. And they were slowly it took a lot of years because it's not an easy things to design a real economics mechanics where you have no fixed prices in the game. All prices are depending on the prices of resources on the market, and it's very hard thing to balance. So this and requires a lot of research. So
Yeah,
uh,
it's. I
so
guess
they did the most of work. Hmm.
there's some.
Yep.
We are seeing a lot of developing teams and coders and people coming out of Russia, and this is a little bit back to the start of the conversation. Why do you think there's? Are you guys a completely Russian team?
Yeah, not the Russian. We're Eastern Europe team. I'm from Russia, and my friend is from Belarus, and another co-founder is from Ukraine. So we are living in these corrupt countries, and we can relate to the issues, the economic issues a lot. So that's why we are really determined to make this game.
We'll go over some basics then of the launch. We've got a lot of questions, and Sixon has played the game tremendously over the last few days because it talks to him as a gamer of the style of game he's looking for as well. But you launch tonight. This is your pre-mint access, and then also your main launch is tonight. Is that correct?
Yes, this is correct. We're gonna drop the 5,000 NFTs, and each NFT has a game item inside, and it can be very powerful actually. Also, it has a bonus of in-game cryptocurrency Ducat. And some posters, they also have a visual item that changes the appearance of interface uh, and in-game objects.
Yeah, it's a really interesting concept having an NFT that you can either choose to take the in-game currency being ducats, and
Mhm.
as soon as I heard that, I thought, "Fuck, I've heard that before," and I googled it. I think I might have put that on my YouTube explanation of the game, but I'm sure I heard it on Pirates of the Caribbean. But I can see some very intricate research to the game. What made you guys come up with the concepts of having an NFT that could be exchanged for either a in-game asset or currency?
That's a good question. First of all, we were looking for ways we can of NFTifying the in-game assets because we are really fans of full digital property rights. Not like in other games where you have some asset, for example, sport, and you can sell it on our internal game marketplace for our virtual currency, but you can sell it for real money, or we'll arrest you, or not arrest you, we'll ban you and take all your assets away. So we don't like it. We want to bring the full digital ownership because people expect to get like real rewards for the time they are spending in the game and their efforts. So, and a good thing that came up to mind is to have an NFT collection where to make a sale right now, and this NFT collection will serve several purposes. First of all, it will give insights into game design, how the game will look. And the second purpose is it will be pre-sale of surprise game items because actually we can't tell the particular game items inside because we didn't balance them yet. So if we tell this item will have these stats and that stats, and when we release the game, we can't release this item or it will break our game. So it won't be any good thing.
But you have said that one item will break the game. You've made that very clear. There is one item.
One item. Okay, yeah, one item. For example, you have a Kraken, and a Kraken allows you to destroy the fleet on a certain few cells, and it doesn't matter how powerful this fleet is. So if this item is used properly, it can be extremely powerful.
So that has a little bit of an idea into why you've swapped the posters or the coins. Did you guys what if they don't exchange an NFT for in-game ducats? What happens to those in the effect of the tokenomics of the game? Are they just then wiped out? Are they burnt? Are they burnt coins?
Oh, they're just not issued. So they are sitting somewhere. By the way, actually, in the game poster, it's not like you have a choice. Either you get a game item or you do cuts. Actually, you get both. So you redeem the game currency and you get in-game assets.
No, it's not really how
So
I read it. I'm sure I've seen. Okay, that's good. So okay, so it's no choice. I thought you had two. Egg, how did you take that?
I took it. You get both,
No, okay, I've bucked that up. That's
and then once you refund it, they mark your poster saying that you've already refunded it. So
yeah.
if you sell the poster, someone else can't go try to claim it again.
It'll have a marker on it, so you keep that original NFT and return it. I thought that was you had to have a choice. Okay, so that answers a lot. So it's not that the tokens are burnt or anything like that. Now we met up last week where you said, "Can you review the game?" You're only at a very few people in your Discord. You wanted a stealth launch, Vedamir, but you then messaged me to do a review. What was the change in that last week? Why did you choose to alternate that?
sorry, to be honest, I didn't catch what this change you said.
So last week we spoke on the Sunday, and I was doing a video for you guys at your request, but you had said that you wanted to do the game as a stealth launch, and then you've kind of then messaged me and said, "Can you review our game?" And I've done that, and now here we are a week later. We've got you live on stage. What made the change from wanting to go a stealth launch to a week later? Then you've doxed yourself since. It's been a very big week. What made those changes to wanting to come out quietly to now launching publicly?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't say that we are launching publicly because, as you can see, there is pretty limited marketing going on right now, and we actually, because we had a commitment with the Frakt launchpad on the 22nd October, we just couldn't really postpone it or somehow cancel. So we decided to come out anyway and gather some community and then educate this community about the game after the sale. So we will do a lot of let's plays explaining the game mechanics of the game and a lot of content for them. And I'm sure many of them will convert into game players in the future. So and also I think we will do a few more launches in the future. Like at least we will launch an in-game cryptocurrency offering on some launchpad. So yeah, basically it's just a destiny that it turned out to be public.
Yeah, and that comes. You'd planned to do 10,000 launch on Frakt, but yesterday you changed that from 10,000 to 5,000 because in the last few days, week, you've had the VC interest. So how does that decision get made that you've publicly changed and halved what was going to list on Frakt?
Yeah, question. So the decision was made because, first of all, we've seen the capacity of our current marketing, and we just understood that it doesn't make sense to have the whole 10,000 posters listed. We'll better just sell half to sell it quickly. And also, at the same time, we had a few VCs that were very interested in our game items, and they wanted to get them with vesting to up to the game launch. And at the same time, we wanted to sell the VCs these game items and not add the new items, because new items can really break the balance. So the 10,000 items is like the most optimal thing we can have right now, and so it serves basically these two reasons. Uh, Sell the NFT game items to the VCs with wasting, and sell out quickly right now.
Yeah, it's been a really weird week, and people know if we get people on stage here, we like to ask questions which are going to allow the community to make their own minds, because it's not about us getting people on stage to shill them. You can understand. Excuse me, I'm 5 beers deep. I just had to pause, but you can understand. Crypto gaming, we need to be safe. We need to make these decisions. You guys had such an awesome pricing to get your community in. 0.2 on Frakt, 0.5 for the main launch. But then it was a weird one for me. It was really a weird one, and I explained a little bit of that on my live review. But you made the change. So what's it? Makes me curious was the numbers that I saw today on the pre-sales, and also it's not necessarily the pre-sales, I should say. You did 2 launches this week, which was awesome. There was one community launch which was free for posters access, and then you also did a pre-access mint, which was your Frakt.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at the numbers on Frakt, there was around 1,000 pre-mint access. So that's going to be out of the 5,000 total that you've now gone to, yeah?
No, actually, it's the entries that you see in these forms. It's combined with the retweet point, with the follow point, and another points. And there is only 3,000 applications that are from unique people from unique wallets on the Frakt launchpad, and there is about 150 applications on our community whitelist forum. So the total is 450 right now. Yeah, about this.
But the biggest problem I saw was with the Frakt is that there's 329 wallets from Frakt. But out of those 329 wallets, I believe it was 10 of them have 40% of the pre-mint access NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
So do you not see that as a problem, that you're not going to have people playing the game? Was there not any way to distribute that out more fairly amongst people to get them actually getting an NFT and wanting to play the game? Or you've now created a power struggle in the game where you've supported the whales to be able to buy into this game?
Well, yeah, about the distribution Frakt, so it's not our system actually. It's the system Frakt, where they have they give more allocation to people that hold more of their tokens, of the NFTs. So it's natural that some wallets have like 10 times or 20 times more allocation than the other tokens and than the other wallets. And so, yeah, probably it might be a problem in short term, but we need to understand that we don't have like much community right now anyway, and these whales will likely dump these tokens quickly on the secondary market. And so the true gamers that will play the game, they will be able to pick up the means they dump. So
Um,
But they might also be picking them up at an
Mhm.
inflated price, though. So you're pretty well pricing the average user of a game. And say if the whales start dumping them at $500 for a common, how do you expect to get the average Joe into a game that's $500 for a common? Look at your KG cards, for instance; they're ridiculous.
so on a little bit of expansion on the kaiju is that they minted at 5 and 7 Solana on the second mint, so it made it very hard for people to buy in. But I look, one of the problems I see is that I think there should have been a cap on the Frakt, because as a co-founder for that, then obviously you have some kind of understanding of how the system works, and it's not necessarily, this is a game and a utility device and a utility item. So for me, wanting to open up that packet of cards, potentially get a rare or an epic entry into that game, is as good as, it doesn't matter what happens out of it. I've opened it and I've had a chance. But if I'm just buying a common in the market, that may take me away from going, well, fuck it, I'm not interested. I didn't get to mint, so I'll go and look for the next game that's being built on Solana. We're looking at 100 games now. There's going to be all of these games building. So that actual pre-mint excitement and that chance is now taken away, because one wallet on the Frakt launch hit 10% of the pre-mint access. One wallet. And to me, that was a really big, I guess, missight.
Well, yes, that's not ideal. I can tell you. I'm not like advocating this system, but uh, uh, actually, it's not like that. You can buy right now. You can buy on public sale. So we will have 2,500 mints on public sale. So if you're quick enough and you want to get into this game, you can just buy on public sale for the 0.5 SOL price.
And
When
I,
is the public sale? When is the public sale? When is the public sale? Is it in 4 hours time, or is it in 12 hours time?
Yeah, the public sale will be on 22nd October, 22 UTC PM.
yeah.
And it will be basically, I believe, 6 hours after a private sale. So everything that is not sold out on private sale goes to public sale, and also there is 2,500 mints on public sale available. But they'll come with a little bigger price, so it's a 0.5 SOL, and on private sale it's a 0.2 SOL.
With the public sale, is it first and best dressed, like quickest finger?
Yeah, it's
it's not a lottery system, so it's whoever presses the button first.
Yeah, but we don't have like enough marketing right now, actually. So I don't think that it will be a problem to buy anything there. It's not like we launched massive marketing beforehand. So there's a lot of clickers going on. So I think there will be at least a few hours.
I'm interested in buying some.
Yeah.
So
if I get fucking smashed by bots, your game's dead to me. I'll just about put it out there. I love it at the moment.
So what we're getting at, and we've been very active and vocal in the bots are fucking Solana, and we need systems that aren't just aren't Aurora based launched, where it's whoever clicks on the button 1 minute after the timer starts. But you know, we need to make sure that we've got systems that aren't necessarily whitelisted the entirety of it, but first in, first dressed, unlimited mints per wallet are systems which on Solana, being cheap fees and cheap entries, again, are another problem for gamers, because as a passionate gamer, I really want to mint in a game that interests me. But if I can't mint, then my interest wanes. And it's interesting to see. And that launch, though, 0.5 Solana, we're talking 2,200 UTC for people listening now. It's available. I'm trying to get my times and factors right. It's not long after this launch.
It's 6 a.m. for West Australia.
So 8 a.m.
6 a.m. for 2,200.
So we're looking at 9 hours time. That sounds about right. So that's 3 hours time the pre-access mint goes. Vedamir, we're talking about a game that can potentially be released in March of 2022. That's the figures you put out. You've got your MVP. For people that don't understand that, and I was one of those, this week I actually had to go and Google the meaning. It means minimum viable product, I believe, is the shortcut for it. So is that like a beta access for the game?
Yes, our game MVP was launched 2 years ago, and we were testing the all game mechanics, how game components and characters interact with each other, how players act. It's completely open right now. Anybody can play it at the domain n.wealthofnations.uk. So, and the only thing we lack in this MVP is actually the UX, the game design, and some animations for battles, because if it's a real-time strategy, you want to have a good animations how you lead your troops, like in StarCraft or Warcraft 3. So these are the things we are looking to build before March 2022.
So I've been,
Mhm.
You go.
I've been playing the game since Barndog linked it to me, so I've been playing it about 18 hours a day for about 6 days. I've noticed there's a few issues with the game. Like there's no tech trees, you don't know what the fuck you're building. You just got to guess and hopefully hit the right angle you want to go for. Is there going to be like a encyclopedia in the game, like just a still civilization, like a tech tree map, so you know if I build the roads, it's going to lead me to mines, say, or something like that? Because at the moment it's just guesswork.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. There will certainly be this and a lot of other things that improve the UX. Like basically, when we were developing game MVP, we didn't have enough capacity to do the game design and the UX and the animations, but so we just tested the game mechanics. That's why we are going to improve them right now, and it will take us just time, I believe, before March 2022.
So with the MVP version, how true to form is that going to be to the real game? Because to me, that doesn't seem like a game that's 5 months away. That seems like a game that's 12, 18 months away.
Uh, uh, mm, how to say? In terms of game mechanics, not that far, because like there's many things in this game that are going in the background, and it's hard to see them because of the current UX. But if we improve the UX, then it will be like the progress will go exponentially with the new UX and the new interfaces and the new animations. So I'm actually not the game developer. I'm the motion developer. So this is the term that I got from our game developers and the animations developers.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem 5 months away to me. Like there's so many errors in it. There's stuff that happens, things that disappear, and the combat doesn't seem to work right to me. I can't even take someone. Mike King's been kidnapped for 8 years now in the game, and I don't know how the fuck that happened. So I don't know how to get him back either. You know, it's just there's a few issues, and I think there's a lot of information missing. It needs a lot of refinement and quality of life improvements, like having to click on each crop to tell it you want to grow hemp or soy. Can't you just box drag them and just go, I want the whole unit to grow corn or say, or fucking wheat? But at the moment, you have to click on everything individually. It's painful, man.
I 100% agree. Like the UX is just horrible. We need to do it properly. So yeah.
So are you saying this game is from 2 years ago? There was something about the MVP being played by 50 to 100 people, and so we see no wallet integration in the MVP at all at the moment as well.
Yeah. The game was played by a small community of Russian players, and they were basically testing the game and they really like the game. They're playing it right now, and they are eager to join the English version after we release it. So, um, sorry, what was the second part of the question?
We haven't seen any wallet integration in the MVP, so you've got no way of accessing crypto wallets. We haven't know what types. That's going to be a big factor of the game.
Yes. I'll answer to this. The wallet integration is not done yet because it wasn't actually necessary for the MVP game. It will work in very simple way. So this will look more like a DEX, like the FTX or Binance, where you have a deposit wallet and you deposit there all your in-game cryptocurrency, all your in-game NFT assets, and you withdraw from the game uh, to some your Solana wallet, the ducats, and the NFT assets. So we'll also do it before March 2022 and test it very well and audit it and make sure it works.
I did say we would be talking for hours. Yeah, I mean, there's so much more to cover. We are getting much later in the night than we should. So to me, it sounds without the wallet integrations, there's still a lot to go with the MVP. How big was the team? That's a super important question. I mean, you've doxed yourself. You're big in the Frakt community. The game was launched on Frakt, but how big is the game development team to make this come out by March 2022?
Yes, that's a good question. So right now we have me, blockchain developer. We have my co-founder. He's a game developer that made this game, and we have the economic scientist in the team who is architecting the core game mechanics, and he's our main game design visionary. And we have right now the team of 15 outsourced designers that are drawing the game. They made these posters, by the way. They made the legend, and it will be the same people that are drawing our game right now. And also we have one web animations developer that made some animations for our landing, and also he is gonna do animations for our game. So, and it's actually not the final team. Like of course we're gonna scale it in the course of a few months. So yeah, right now we have this team.
So a team of 4 with 15 developers, and I'm guessing that's Eastern European developers. But with the VC changes, with the raising you're doing from selling the NFTs, that might increase the game. But I mean, it was a very big call to say March 2022, and I don't want to force you in a position, but I mean the game isn't ready for full release. What's the hot sauce? How are you going to make that happen?
If we don't succeed the making the full game to this date, in this unlikely scenario, then we are going to release for sure the game alpha with the bounty program, where people will register to our game, play, test it, and receive and all the test tokens they earn. They will convert to the real ducats and real NFTs. So at least we'll do alpha. So yeah,
That's amazing. Look, I've asked some pretty tough questions. You've done well. I'm so happy to have you on stage. You're trying to work out my times here and make sure I don't fuck it up. I probably have, but we're looking at a few hours from. How much sleep have you had leading into your next 24 hours? Because it's going to be a big day.
yeah, maybe got a few hours. Thank you very much, actually, for invitation. I really liked how you challenged me with these complex questions. So,
I only had 6 beers left tonight, so we're lucky the crowd doesn't get to see drunk Barndog.
yeah.
I appreciate it. Do we have any more questions from the crowd? I see a couple of people typing. Remember, always put your hand up. We are looking to give away prizes. Yeah, I appreciate Vedamir. Have you got anything else that you want to say before we finish off for Wealth of Nations?
Basically, you asked all the correct questions, and I don't have much to add.
Before you
So
go,
yeah.
with the play to earn aspect of the game, how much do you expect if you're a hardcore gamer to earn in a day playing Wealth of Nations?
I like that question, Eggy.
Well, that's a good question. So we've got 1 million ducats limit for the game session. And so basically, if the demand is, let's say we have 100,000 players, and each player donates on average $50, so it turns out to be $5 million a demand for the tokens and NFT assets. So then with the very small inflation of in-game crypto, you can earn like really a lot. So maybe I don't know, maybe a few $1,000, like depends on the scaling of the game and the demand that will be.
A few $1,000s a day.
And not the day, maybe a week, maybe
Yeah,
more.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
And can you play free to play? Like, say, if you don't buy a poster.
Yes, it's free to play. So basically, there's two ways you can succeed in this game. You can either be very skillful, and so you'll catch up very quickly if you do the right decisions, pick the right strategies, build the right troops, and so on. And also, you can donate just a lot of money and buy a lot of resources from the market. And yeah, then you just be very powerful, but you can lose it very quickly if you don't know how to handle it.
Yeah,
All right.
nice. No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited. It's had me pretty well looking at my computer every minute since I've found it. I'm pretty excited for it. Hopefully it all goes well and it comes out and as planned and we can play it sooner than later.
Of course, it will be great.